guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I want to talk about my first bad experience managing an Airbnb. And that happened yesterday, and I felt so, so frustrated with the situation that I just have to put it in a video, record it, because it was just, I mean, I would say crazy, or things that don't even make sense, how people act sometimes, that I was about to think and say, I feel discombobulated. I think this is not the right word to use right now, but I just felt so, so mad and bad about the situation that I just have to record it. So let's get started. This is the house that we are managing in Arroyo Hondo, which is a big house. We have 4 bedrooms, and it can accommodate 8 people. And this rental was for a week. And the first real flag that I should have is that this person, when they see the booking, they just put 1 guest. That should be my first flag. Think about, oh, this is a big house. Why a person want to put just 1 guest? But it was a female, and me being a female, I told that it would be, I know how I am, that every time that I go to our Airbnb, that we book at Airbnb, I always be cleaning. Even before I leave, I clean everything, wash the dishes. My husband sometimes had to tell me, stop. I mean, they already gonna have somebody to come and clean. That we pay the cleaning. Because I know how I am, I be cleaning everywhere. So it's a female, probably would be more considerate with your place, but was right wrong. That wasn't the case. So the second real flag was that the person that did the booking she wasn't staying in the place. I just found that out at the last day. And the way that I found out because a situation that happened that I'm get into in just a minute. So now let's get started with the first incident when she texted me. And the first one was the very next day. That she sent me a message and also a picture of a table, a coffee table that was like a wiggly. I said, okay, do you think that the table gonna fall? She said, no, it's just a little wiggly. Okay, I know that the table wasn't like that because we go there frequently, we clean, and if it was like that, I would have fixed it, but I know it wasn't. But okay, things happen sometimes. If it was something that they're gonna just fall on the ground, I would say, okay, I'll fix it when your booking finished. I just let that go. Then the next day was another message. Oh, the gate doesn't want to close, and we don't have any water in the house. We all know that's a big house, and you know the old house here is a small, big apartment. We have cisterna because how the water is over here. The water usually comes 3 times per week: Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. So every time that the water comes, the cisterna get full. It is a big hole to get full of water. So I couldn't understand how the water was just gone for a stay when I have some people that stayed there before, and this has never happened. Which the water part led me to believe there was more than one person. It was a big group, or something was going on in the house. And because it's cisterna, depending how many people you have in the house, it can last you for a couple of weeks. And also they have what we call tinaco. There is a big tank of water on top of it. That's the water that comes first from the cisterna that fills that, and that comes down to the house. So it is a few reserve water in the house that you can use, and it was all gone. And when I talk about the gate, I'm talking about the gate that is the electric gate that you open with a remote to get into the garage. Just to get into the house, you have to open that gate first. And then I say, over the summer, I'll be using this gate after we have this house coming back and forth, and nothing happened to it before. Why? I have already had 3 guests before they were staying in there. So how is it that all this is happening just with this group? What it had me thinking, I said, but what is it that they're doing, or what is it going on there? So next day, I have, oh, can you bring us some extra? And I say, well, extra what? What do you need exactly? So they need more bed covers, they need more pillowcases, they need more sheets for the bed. So I said, well, okay, if you don't have any extra, that much extra over there, it's because it's in bookings, you just have one guest. And how many guests do you have in the house? That way I know how many extra you need. Is it for all the beds? I mean, how many do you need? And that is why I never have a reply back. During that day, I was waiting to just go over there and bring extra whatever you need. And I was waiting, just crickets, nothing. Well, I say, okay, she don't want to say how many people she have in there, because festival, we have in our site that we can accommodate 8 people. You know, after 8 people, you're going to have to pay for extra guests. But even though we can accommodate 8 people, you could have put 8, 10 or whatever, you just have 2 extra people in there. And if you need extra, then you pay for your 2 extra guests, and then I bring you any extra, whatever extra you need. But she just have 1 guest. That's what I told her. You just have 1 guest in your booking. And I want to know if you need extra for all the rooms or how many extra you have. I want to know how many people you have in the house. Nothing. Next day, I'll ask again. You didn't answer me about how many extra you need. I'm still waiting. Nothing. And then the next day, the same thing I asked, and then she say, oh, sorry. I didn't know that she was there for a wedding. She said, oh, it is my wedding, and I have a lot of things going on, and my phone died, and this I couldn't answer. I say, okay. I said, whatever, if you need something, just let me know. And that was all. But when I went over there to check the gate, because the gate was completely open, it couldn't close. So what happened is, I don't know, for some reason, probably the gate slapped back very hard, and it broke the thing where they have the motor. And if it's that part, the motor is fine, but if it is a part that is broken, that the motor won't work if that part is broken. And I have to take that out. And then that is when I went over there. I guess that was exactly the day of what they have to, the reception or something. When I went over there, it was no water. Yeah, you are right. The cisterna was completely empty. The gate was all the way open. That was the first day that I got very frustrated. And I said, but what is going on? When I went in check inside the house, I saw a few items of our decor broken right on top of the couch. Yeah, I didn't went inside because if it's rented, that is their house at the moment. It's not right for me unless there is something going on that I have to go inside. I just went to knock the door and let them know that I was in there, because I went inside, the gate was right open. So when I sat down with my daughter over there. I sat down outside, and man, how many people was in that house? Me and my daughter counting already 17 people going out, because they weren't taking over because they have the recession. It was so many people in the house. And when I told her, I said, yeah, I just counted like 17 people in the house. Oh, she said, oh yes, they came for my wedding. They just people that coming in and out. They are not staying in the house. We are just 10 people. That's what the moment when I confirmed that, that's what she said, oh, it's just 10 people staying in the house, which I mean, I don't know for sure, but if you don't want to tell me in the beginning, yeah, I see all these people getting out of the house, what it made me to believe is it wasn't just not 10 people in the house. If you say 10, it's because, you know, it was probably, who knows, 15, who knows how many people were staying in the house. Okay, I left the water working, the gate. I took the motor out to send somebody to fix it or buy a new one. And I left the gate manually that they can close and open the gate, and I left. So everything was settled. So the next message that I get is, they was already leaving next day. It was Monday, they leaving at 11 a.m. And I get a message the day before, which was Sunday, at 5:30 p.m. saying, oh, can someone come and clean the pool? We are trying to get into the pool and the pool is started. Okay, I could understand the pool is started. But things like that, you let the person know the day before or early in the morning, not in a Sunday at 5:30 p.m. I mean, most part people do not work on Sundays. And then especially here, people have so many drinks already in their system at 5:30 p.m., that is no excuse. But if you are a guest staying in a place and you see that the pool is dirty, you saw that the day before, you saw that early in the morning. Why you didn't say that early in the morning? That way I can, even if it was a Sunday, I could have got somebody quick, go and clean the pool, and bam, you couldn't use the pool. But no, Sunday in a 5:30, I say, okay, let me try, but I don't think I can find anybody. And obviously, I didn't find anybody to go and clean the pool at that date. So the next message that I get is Monday morning, the day they leave in, 7:30 in the morning. Oh, we don't have water anymore. And I say, okay, so how the water is going again? I don't understand that. I really couldn't understand that. How is the water going? Somebody leaving a faucet open that the water is going, or something, because I cannot understand how all the water is gone again. I said, okay. I jumped in before at 8 in the morning. I went over there. I went over there to see what was going on with the water because I needed the water. They would try to take a shower because they are checking out and they are trying to leave. I said, okay, let me go over there to see what's going on. The cisterna, empty again. I opened it up, it was empty. The last thing that I have to do was the water was coming because it's coming on a Monday, but I couldn't wait until the water comes. You never know what time. Usually it's in the morning, but you don't know what time they need to check out. So what I did is I ordered a truck of water to fill the cisterna. But before I get to ordering the water, let me tell you what happened. One of her sisters, the person that did the reservation, came out and she practically insulted me. And the worst part is it was in front of my daughter. She came about and say, how do you feel? I say, how do I feel about that? How do you feel the way that you treating us? I say, what is the way that I'm treating you? So bad. We are here eating, we no water, we don't have any extra. The kids are sleeping in the intini, we don't have extra. I say, first of all, you are not on the reservation. I asked many times how many people were staying in the house. I never got an answer to bring you extra. And I just have we was one guest in this house. And about the water, I'm sorry, I still don't understand how this is happening. I'm wondering what you guys are doing in here. The water went away twice. That I understand. And here is the worst part when you came. I do not know, I do not understand. I don't know why people sometimes like to use the race or ethnicity card. It's just, I guess that it makes you feel better, or like this is my card of the situation, because she wanna let it all out. I'm not gonna say that what race they are, but you doing that because we are such and such. And I probably went over there and cut the water. That way they don't take shower. Or they didn't bring any extra because they were that kind of race, which was crazy. I don't like when people use that card on me because I am not that person. But people love to use that because it's more comfortable, it's more convenient, and that makes them feel like it's good. But that is so insane how people in any situation can just pull out and use that as a get off the situation. No, I didn't bring you any extra because I asked many times how many people were staying in there. I never got an answer. I wanted to know how many people were really staying in the house, because if I need to charge any extra because I have to buy extra stuff, I never got an answer. The water, I couldn't understand what happened over there until today. I don't understand what they were doing with the water. It was even worse when she said, not for me, like I was born in this place, but for these kids, they were born in Boston. And I say, I don't care where the kids, you, or anybody was born. I mean, I don't know, how do I know that was your ethnicity? I mean, that's something that probably you felt about your ethnicity, because, I mean, how do I supposed to know that the water, or you're gonna spend all the water? I mean, the extra things, yeah, I understand that, but you never tell me how many extra you was in the house. I have all my messages going back and forth with her and the person that did the reservation. And then when she finished, she said, oh, I'm gonna give you a bad review. And then I was gonna write all that in the review, but now that I saw you, I let it all out. Like, she felt better because she told me all that. And I say, okay, and then how do you think I feel? Well, I have a broken gauge that I have to fix because I have more gates after you leave. A water problem that I don't know what's going on. And all this thing that is being broken in the house. I haven't even go inside the house. I'm already scared to go back inside the house after you leave because I don't know what I'm going to find in there. And well, she went inside, they closed the door, and I stayed outside because I was waiting for a water truck to refill the cisterna. That is was that moment I called the person that did the reservation because that was her sister. I say, are you staying in the house? She said, no. So I say, so you are not staying in the house? He said, no, it was for my wedding. I did the reservation for my family that was coming, but I'm not staying in there. Yeah, that's another thing. At least our Airbnb, I'm gonna start requesting if you are not staying in the Airbnb, then don't book it. Just have the person that's going to stay actually in the reservation to put their name in. Because that's the person that I need to talk to. I don't need to talk to another person that I don't even paying for the place. And me going back and forth to that place with so many things happen, I had talked to like 4 different people, 4 different women that I saw myself with. Every time I was coming with somebody different. So no, that's another thing. If you are not staying in the reservation, don't put your name in. To have that person that's going to stay in there, do the book. And the last thing, because I feel like this video is going to be too long, it was when they left, I went inside the house. Oh my God, it was a disaster. First of all, the carpet, it was terrible. Walls and table, all painted like with crayon. They have keys that was painted with the crayon. Dirty, all the walls were dirty, like they were stepping their hands in the walls. The bathroom was all dirty. Cabinets was loose. A wall, a frame or a door, it was broken. One of the bowl of the pool table that we couldn't find when we were cleaning, it was in the pool. Until we empty the pool, we had to empty the pool, clean it, and then refill it with water. In that day, I have to order like 5 trucks of water just to fill the cisterna and just to get all the water out and refill the pool. Wall, tables, everything was so well. I'm gonna show pictures because I can remember all the things that was wrong with that house. It was terrible. Everything dirty, garbage everywhere. They didn't even take the garbage out. It was just terrible, bad. I don't understand how somebody can rent a place and just do all that. If that's what you want in your house, I mean, you should stay in your house. You are not in the capacity to go to nobody's house, no one house. But what did I get out of this experience? First, when I see a reservation, I'm gonna make sure how many people are going in the reservation, and if the person is staying, I want the reservation. Because I do 2 things that I will require on my bookings. But I did take pictures and take note of everything that happened. I did send a picture to Airbnb and put everything that happened and all the picture of the things that we saw when we got there. So yeah, that was our first bad experience. I hope some people learn how to act right when they go to an Airbnb, and for people they also tried or are in this business. That way they can see what can happen. And guys, sometimes my thing is, people a lot of time, or most of the time, use the race or ethnicity card, but you don't have to use that card all the time. I do understand that people sometimes give you some kind of treatment depending on where you are from, but that is not what happens all the time. Sometimes it can be something that you did wrong. Sometimes it's you acting not the right way, and that other person is not happy with what you're doing. And that's why they have this interaction and conversation with you. It's not all about racism or ethnicity. That is all what I want to say. So, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.